That would be a nice feature for QL ranks to have Cyrex or CCR if you're listening to this. Put the last games there as well.
Yeah. I'm just quick tweet and we're going in here. Our spart1e versus Evil. We're getting onto the first map. It is going to be Sinister. I'm ready for this. With Evil off the start, spart1e's got the weapon, so he needs to hit all of the rails. There's one.
He could chase, you know, but does he want to chase or does he want to take the opportunity to actually pick the weapons and deny the LG from Evil? But the denial was awful for spart1e. Evil, he just wasn't hit for any of the rockets, and he managed to get the LG before spart1e was able to do any substantial damage. The idea there was very, very good from spart1e, like to deny the LG.
Precisely.
But he just couldn't clutch the rockets, and Evil managed to get the first frag, convert right off the spawn. He might be missing out on the mag now, though. Oh, what a great rocket from spart1e in the rail.
One more, he's gonna hit it! spart1e's on the board. Evil shouldn't be so confident anymore. We've got that top yellow spawning.
Those kind of rockets, Starfight, are what frag movies are what
Dreams are made of.
And Dreams as well, yeah.
Okay, spart1e, you gotta watch out for these vertical rails. He's been hit by 2. Oh, Evil, he's backed off, so we've got 5 health bubbles that are available to
the Swede. He got the mega. Is he gonna take the opportunity? Evil, is he there already? Oh, spart1e cannot go. It's no risk from spart1e, but Evil with a late switch on the Evil, you know, he was like,
okay, I'm
gonna go for the rail, but then he decided, he hesitated, and that was the mistake.
I'm sitting so far in front of my chair at the moment, leaning forward, seeing spart1e going 2 for 2 now with Evil in only the first minute and a half. I'm very excited for the energy that the Swede's bringing to this game. That lower yellow is going to have to go over to Evil. spart1e can't wait up at the top yellow. He doesn't have enough time. He's going to have to get a favorable fight here on the mega. Oh no, he's just aggressive flicks.
That would have been good for spart1e if he was the one landing the rails and not taking any, but unfortunately it worked the other way around. He does do some damage at the red, but Evil's just gonna charge in, and spart1e pins him against the ceiling. No frag.
Get the hell out of here, Evil. He does not want him anywhere near. Good rockets, the rail at the end, so dangerous.
Whoa. I mean, I saw that from spart1e's point of view. Can you even imagine how aggressive Evil was in there?
Ridiculously. Oh, spart1e had the shotgun. If he had the LG, he actually had a good shot at that.
Evil is above the jump pad, and he's trying to come down, and spart1e is down with the LG, rockets, and rail, and Evil still goes down the jump pad when the stacks are completely even.
He just doesn't give a damn.
He doesn't give a damn, and the worst part is that he can actually execute much better than the guy who is below the pad with all the position to do incredible amounts of damage.
spart1e is looking quite shaky though, to be honest. I've seen him with sturdier mouse movement in the past. And spart1e's alright, forcing Evil to take his time getting to that red, because spart1e should have position right now on the mega health. He'll take it. Rockets coming out from Evil. LG from spart1e's really good.
He almost won the fight to do that little jump he did with when Evil had the rockets out. Really close to working. Oh, the Evil, that's a great trap. And spart1e, can he land the rail? No. So that's going to mean another minute of control from Evil if he gets to the red position in time. But spart1e is very smartly trying to challenge. He knows that this is a very critical move in the game. He needs to do damage. Unfortunately, he doesn't.
He can't do any. spart1e was looking much better in the first minute and a half than the minute and a half afterwards. He managed to get mega. Rockets are pretty decent. He's going to get away. He should be able to pick up that lower yellow. But I think he might have to start thinking about slowing things down a little bit. Get the long distance game working.
Yeah, getting the mega in the yellow was already very good for spart1e. He should really slow the game down. Think about what Evil, or how Evil is going to be moving around the map. Try to take advantage of the choke points and any damage he can.
Yeah, Evil's just trying to cover absolutely everything. Lower yellow should go to spart1e. Okay, I blinked and I completely missed what happened there. Evil's also got the red at the moment. spart1e chased him through, hits the direct rocket.
There's rail for spart1e. He's coming back into the game much sooner than Evil was anticipating.
I don't think anyone was anticipating over there. Evil had solid control going for him. He's at the lower yellow. I think spart1e's got the rotation. His timing on this map is, well, near to perfection, but he doesn't want to go for it.
How did Sparty not hit that rail?
That's what I'm saying. His aim is looking a little bit shaky right now. So Evil's gonna go 100, 200. Sparty should go 200, 200 here.
He needs a yellow to go 200, 200.
Okay.
But yes, getting the mag was much more favorable for Sparty, because now one yellow and he'll have a huge stack advantage. And there's top bottom yellow. Evil drops down on him.
2 direct rockets from Evil at the moment. He's backing off from this. He knows that he's done some good work. Oh wow.
Great read. He can even go on and finish the kill. He should be getting this kill. Red back to Mega. Great play from Evil.
He wouldn't have done that if he didn't hear that last clunk of the rocket.
Yeah.
But he knew this is just a way to sink in the
really
game
slow
deeper.
getting to the Mega though. Sparty managed to get it. Again, Sparty with another opportunity.
Still, he goes to that yellow. It's so dangerous to make that move. Sparty, you've got to hit some strong rockets right now. I feel like Sparty's combat skills have been letting him down a lot, but he finds the rocket. Where's the spawns? Okay, he's got rockets. Over to red. Who's going to get the better red spawn? Sparty does get the jump over. Absolutely necessary.
But look at Evil. He has no armor, no health. He knows that just because the position he has and Sparty not having an LG, he can just charge in. But Sparty just get the Mega. Stays alive, gets the Mega. He could go to an LG fight right now. Can he win the fight?
Oh man, that was so favorable for Sparty. Evil didn't have a clue that he had the LG there. Well, unless he really did keep an eye on the weapons that are dropped. But he dropped as if, oh crap, I want to go up the bounce pad again straight away. But Sparty hit like 5% LG. He's dropping now on Evil. 1 rail would kill Sparty. He does make it away.
Amazing. Then he gets up yellow, back over to Mega.
LG ammo on the corner. And he's got to get
try to
red.
back away. Evil is... Sparty, can he actually get a frag, Evil?
Look at Sparty's mouse movement. It's just chaos.
It usually is.
Even it's like less organized chaos than I'm used to.
It's like Ginnan doing 360s.
Oh god, please don't remind me. Sparty needs to get over towards the red. Evil heard him over here. Well, this is good. If Sparty can get himself this Mega, then he should have easy access over to
the damage from
wow.
Evil. Can you believe
So
it?
much.
1 rocket to bounce Sparty. And then all the LC damage, preventing Sparty from even taking the mag health. And now the rocket back to rail. Combo there also. Really
That was dirty. I feel pretty gutted if I was Sparty. He's actually usually a really good Sinister player as well. I love the control that we've seen on this map before by Sparty. Rotating over both yellows, red and Mega for minutes at a time. And he's not really able to get into that cycle against Evil. But it's not just me, right? Guys in chat, does Sparty's mouse movement look a little bit more erratic than usual?
Has he been playing a lot?
I don't know, actually. I don't think he has been playing as much as maybe a year ago. I'm going to go over to Sparty's point of view. We're checking him out. We've got 1 minute and 45 left on the clock. Let's see what he can do. He just wants to play aggressive right now. He knows there's no hope in hell unless he does things like that. And Evil just finds a way to just make him look a fool. Oh god. And he's only got rails left. He's still picking up these kills. Evil just blasting his way through his first group game of the week. I don't know if he'll be playing any more group games though after this, because we're meant to be seeing his matches on Thursday.
Yeah.
And Cure is going to have to be where Sparty once again tries to settle the differences.
I mean, I do think Cure suits Sparty much more than Shield, just because of the surprise effect that both of the major items have. And Sparty's timing is usually spot on, and he makes like those attacks seem very unpredictable, and that surprise factor makes it very hard for any opponent to predict. GG there.
GG, yeah. Evil takes that one down and it looked pretty easy in the end. Was a nice start for Sparty. We saw some interesting attacks. Look at that from Evil, 63 real. Dominating all of the accuracies. Not in the shotgun and the grenades though, because obviously he didn't use them. Well, let's see if he can take that one over to Cure. and finish the job off 2-0. I don't even I didn't even acknowledge the flick rail from Evil Kappa. Yeah, I know, man. There's just so many like brutal things that Evil does now that you couldn't possibly talk about all of them, because then you would literally only be casting his aim.
Yeah, you could write an essay on all of the mad things he does in fights.
Yeah.
I should write an essay about that, shouldn't I?
You could. Is that the topic you'd pick? How Evil aims.
Not exactly how he aims, but how he approaches the fights, because his style is based completely on the fights, and he does a lot of things that most players, even a lot of the top players, don't understand. Even I don't understand. I have to like watch back a situation 4 and 5 times in a row to understand how he approaches the fights. That's why he's so unpredictable and so persistent in the fights that he takes.
Let's get ourselves into the next map. It is Evil versus spart1e. Here on Cure, I'm on spart1e to starty.
And I'm going away.
Wow, this is pretty even right now, but this is the common fight that happens at yellow, and spart1e may have just overstepped the line.
Oh yeah, overstepped by a lot. Like, versus a normal player, you'd already have taken that much damage. This is a very good fight for spart1e though now. Then he lands the final way. Now that was really overcommitment and over-aggression by Evil. But that could have actually worked out, because spart1e on 7 health, it would actually be better for him to die now. He's not going to be doing much. He does have the LG advantage. He needs to use this. And he doesn't. Evil just picked up the LG as well. So spart1e is completely out of the map, and Evil is actually going to take the
rail. Really?
The Maga.
I think spart1e should have just backed off to the top to the other green armor immediately after that, because he knew that he was going to go through the teleporter, and yeah, he didn't do anything about it. Evil's LG, and then with the rail afterwards. Or more about spart1e's plasma that just didn't really hit much. So that was again like 1 minute of glory from spart1e, and then it's all over.
Well, 1 minute, more like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
That was because Evil just didn't give him time to think it through. And that's what Evil does so well. He just keeps going on to the fight and doesn't give his opponents time to rethink their strategy when something ridiculous happens.
Either Evil doesn't need to think, or he just thinks a lot faster.
No, it's another type of skill. He doesn't really need to think about a strategy that well. He just knows that when it comes up into the fights, in the rocket fights and the aim fights, he'll do much better than his opponents, because they're too busy thinking about trying to think about a lot of things and not to catch him off guard and everything. And he just shows up. He's ready to fight. He focuses 110% in those fights, and most people are there when they're thinking about those fights. They'll be thinking about them at 60-70%, because the rest is focusing on a lot of things. And really, this style of Evil would only work if he played the game as fast as he does, because if he was any slower in making the moves that he does, it wouldn't work. Like right there, he went through the teleporter. If he took 1 extra second, and if he didn't aim as well, he would be dead.
Not even a second, to be honest. Well, we got 6-1 at the moment. spart1e having a hard time keeping up with Evil. Is Evil going to try and rotate onto yellow first, or does he just want to make sure that these big items are his? Move in, hits a rocket. He wasn't so sure of spart1e's presence just then, so he's taking his time, finding his way in, and spart1e letting him have that red. Is spart1e going to go for Mega? No way. He's behind him. Evil somehow managed to sidestep that rail. He's got his spidey sense tingling.
And he finds him there. What a great prediction.
It's just like little bits of spam that's like just trying to get info on where your opponent is. You don't always expect these shots to land, but it's like, I think he might be over there about to spy on me picking up an item.
As soon as he figured out where he was, he went around the map to cut him off, and spart1e at that point, he just had no idea what to do, because he wasn't expecting to get caught off guard when he was trying to check the red timing. And Evil was just so fast in this next move that spart1e just really didn't have time to think.
Sparty doesn't go through the teleport and he ends up taking 150 damage. And Evil might be able to finish the job off now. So much. He can chase with this. Bit of LG and Sparty will die.
But that's a good fight for Sparty, because now there's 20 seconds to the major item is up, until the mag is up. It's 5 seconds for the red to be up. He could be challenging onto the red. Let's see how's he gonna do it.
But he won't win this fight.
Oh, was close. Still has a chance to attack at the Mega. Evil is not really that stacked.
You say that, Evil's been on this
gun.
subpar stack for a while now, and it doesn't really seem to matter.
No. That's why there's like really only 2 ways to beat Evil. One is outfighting him, and the second one is to manage to outthink him. Now, I've only seen 2 people do those. I've said it a lot of times. It's Cypher and Rafa.
If it's as clear cut as that, though.
No, it's not. That's why only Cypher and Rafa can do it. Cypher, he just managed to think so far ahead that he knows when Evil wants to go aggressive, and he always has a solution for when Evil tries to catch him off guard.
Yeah.
And Cypher actually managed to have a bigger damage output than Evil does.
I wonder what Plasma
around.
thinks of Evil, to be honest, because I know that they actually play together quite a lot in practice. I'd really be interested to get Plasma's take on Evil. Well, Sparty says okay. Is that the pre-GG okay? I think Sparty's like, okay, it's business time. Sadly for him, Evil's thinking exactly the same thing. Because it's always business when he's playing Quake. Yeah, 13-1. Its scoreline looks almost identical to Sinister. And really, at the moment, Sparty's shape, I would love to see him get some epic results like what we saw yesterday against Pavel versus Cypher. But I just don't think Sparty's capable of doing those kind of things at the moment. He needs to get back into practice. He needs to start doing that 3-4 hours a day.
Yeah, I mean, right now in Quake, of the top players, there's only 2 people practicing, and it's Evil and Cypher. I don't see anyone else.
Others come and go.
Yeah.
But I mean, they've been at the top of the scene, and they're working to stay at the top. Let's be fair, it's only working for one of them.
Oh yeah, and on that note, big shout out to Cypher. He's probably the only player who since started hasn't really taken a break, and he's been getting consistent results forever.
That's true, it's been a long time actually. Long time.
Yeah, he's always been there in the top 4, and
not always online though. Like,
yeah, online, we know he's not the best player online. Or hasn't been.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna watch Sparty for a bit and see what he's gonna do. He might use these last 2.5 minutes for a bit of warm-up, bit of practice. I mean, I don't know why we're watching this game today, if it's because Sparty needs to play this game now, or Evil does.
I think Sparty won't be here in the day he has to play, so he just wants to play his opponents.
I see, okay.
During the week.
Is he going to a hardstyle concert?
Probably.
Oh god. Evil is just wrecks him completely. And that's an annoying thing really, is that Evil looks so chilled.
I could write an essay on how Evil uses the LG knockback, because it's really perfect.
Maybe you should.
If I like the LG knockback usage is one of my favorite tricks, and even on the pro tier, it's a fairly secret one. So I really
You've got to be confident with it to make it work, though.
I really wouldn't want to write an essay on that, unless people paid me a lot to do it.
No, honestly, really, like, I think a lot of people can work it out. You just have to be good at using the lightning gun. Like, really, really consistent with it. And I think a lot of people would love to be able to perform those strategies, but a lot of people wouldn't actually be able to.
The thing is, you don't need to be good at aiming. to use the LG knockback. You just need to know when to use it.
Oh, you do, man. You
No, oh no, you don't. You don't really. You don't need to be good at aiming to use the LG.
I know when you're doing that, you just need to hold one angle, generally. But you'd be surprised how difficult that is for a lot of people. I mean, it sounds like it's easy to you, and it probably is easy for you.
I'm not even saying I'm good at it. I just know that a lot of people are. A lot of not a lot of. And strengths, he's very good at it. Cypher as well. Evil.
Yeah. And people, I'm sure, like Tox, Kilson.
I actually don't see them using the LG knockback as well.
I know Tox definitely does.
No. Toxie just uses raw aim, but the knockback isn't really a thing that he uses a lot.
It does help him continue to aim, though. It stops his opponents from moving the way they were hoping they'd be able to.
Yeah, definitely.
Which I guess might be a variation on what you're talking about. But we got GG's here, 21-2. Evil obliterates spart1e in this best of 3. Fair play, Evil. You've made your point today. Looks like Arseny wants to play versus spart1e next. So what else are we watching now? Is there any other group games